They probably were worried. Well, I know they were worried actually in their own way, but we had that space that they could air their worries. Maya probably was more able to kind of air that than Oscar, just with his age, being a 6-year-old boy. How do you share that you're a bit worried and a bit concerned? And we didn't go, obviously we signed the paperwork that says there's a 5% chance she might not make the surgery. We didn't share that with the kids.
No.
But we kind of, they were aware that it was a very serious surgery. And we talked about kind of that she would need some time afterwards. We made it very clear that when they were going to come in to see her, there might be tubes and wires and things. Obviously, they get rid of the majority of them before even we see her.
But you stayed in Scott's house on site and they stayed at home?
They stayed at home with my mum,
Your mum,
Which, incidentally, I'm going to come down to the books now. The whole kind of process, that kind of, I guess, the way that we explained Down syndrome and all the heart stuff was what led me to write Ava the Mermaid. And Ava the Mermaid Goes to Hospital. And Ava the Mermaid Goes to Hospital, it's not even Ava's journey in that one. It's about the siblings and how their emotions were through that period. And it is very much Maya and Oscar in the book with Ava in her mermaid form in the hospital. And that's about kind of, well, it's okay and it's normal for siblings to feel a little bit worried.
Because the baby doesn't really know what's happening. The baby isn't really affected because the baby doesn't understand, whereas if the siblings are older, they do.
Yeah. And I think in a way, for them, the bit that actually got them most was that me and Andrew weren't at home.
Yeah, I was saying about the separation, and you can have, I think they could possibly stay with you at Scott's house, but it's kind of almost like
they don't like it.
They don't encourage it, do they?
You can only really, you're supposed to have the same 2 people in the room at any one point. Now,
from a sort of infection bubble point of view,
I don't really know the reason why. I think it's just so that they know who's there for fire regs and things like that as well.
Yeah.
But we had kind of agreed that if we'd gone to the next weekend, which we thought we were going to be, that Maya was going to come and do a night at Scott's house and Oscar was going to come and do a night at Scott's house and go in and see her.
So involved that even that little bit more because you were getting further along in the process and it's slightly less scary.
Well, it was also to do with school and the fact that when they weren't in. So, but actually we didn't even get that far. She was home within 6 days of having full open heart surgery, which was just... We'd anticipated that she was going to be in for far longer.
Well, you're told your stay is likely to be 10 to 14 days.
Yeah. And then they also said to us, the fact that she has Down syndrome, it's potentially going to be longer because the chances are that she will be on the ventilator for longer. Well, she wasn't.
So Ava's 6 now. So it must feel like quite a long time since the surgery. How's she doing?
Oh, it's a whole other lifetime ago. I never thought I would forget those days, but they are getting a little bit more wishy-washy. So now she is in year 2 of a mainstream school. It's just the most fabulous mainstream school that we've found, that we've kind of been really lucky to have on our doorstep. It's a 2-form entry school, so it's quite a big school as well. And she is just loved and adored by, well, not even just the kids in her year group. Most of the children in the school
local celebrity
know who Ava is. Oh, she's total local
like
celebrity.
Lucy is at nursery. Everybody at nursery knows who Lucy is. Yeah.
So she's just started at Beavers recently, and there's a couple of kids out of her class, but also there's other kids that are within the school, and they know who Ava is.
Yeah.
So she's doing really well. She's modelled for Asda a couple of times. So she's been on the Asda nappies a couple of times as well.
I do always do a double take when I see her on the shelf. It's a bit strange, but it's lovely.
But she's just a little whirlwind. She does everything her way, as I predicted when she was born. She's doing really well.
She does quite a lot outside of school as well, doesn't she? You mentioned Beavers, but she does other things.
She's in an inclusive singing and dancing theatre group as well. She goes swimming. She loves she just loves singing, dancing.
She's done gymnastics as well.
She did do gymnastics as well. She doesn't do that so much anymore. She's very good. She's very flexible, very bendy.
Yeah.
She is good at gymnastics.
That is definitely a plus side of having hypermobile joints, isn't it?
Yeah,
that, I think she likes the dancing and the singing and things, you know, the fact she can dance really
She's
easily.
totally tone deaf. She will belt out a tune, but it is not in tune.
But the passion's there, and that's what it's all about.
She makes up for it with enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So yeah, she keeps us all on our toes. Oh, she's a proper little comedian, actually. She likes to make people laugh. So she will, if she gets a laugh out of you, she will repeat it over and over again.